Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 8:40 p.m. Am I recording a backlog yet? Please do not be ridiculous. How you doing? How's it going? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. I've been thinking about how for the backlog, I've been thinking, and I'm not going to do this. I know I'm not going to do this, but I feel like I should, like, I don't know. Like, I should just make a separate folder and record a run and put it in that folder, but it messes with the way that Monster Train rotates, you know? Like, for me to do this, basically what I mean by that, I guess, is like today, which is Saturday, the 30th, you should be watching this. We're playing Wurmkin. And then if I were to record in the way that I feel like I need to, I would just record an Exile Hellhorn run right after it, and then I'll put it away, and that would go up on like Wednesday. And then and then maybe I'd record another Awoken run, and that would go up on Thursday, and then and it just gets real weird. That's all. It gets real weird because if I record, basically what's going to happen is if I record a Wurmkin episode for the 30th and then I record the Exile Hellhorn episode for the 31st, the odds are very high that I then just don't record an episode because that's how it goes. But anyway, did I upload my videos today? I think I did. Scheduled. Was it scheduled for today? It was! Yo, let's go. He did it. I've still got a baby Into the Breach going strong. Still loving that game. Monster Train, Inkbound is on the horizon. I'm going to probably play a lot of that game as well. Looking forward to it. Hope it's good. I expect it to be pretty good. But anyway. What do I want to ask you today? Oh, you know what I've been doing? I've been doing ahead of my surgery on Tuesday. It feels very dramatic to call it a surgery, but ahead of that, I have started a gum health mouthwash that the oral surgeon suggested. It's like Parodontax or something like that. It's like to make sure I don't get an infection or whatever. But I've been doing it twice a day, as you're meant to, and I've been having, I don't know if you've ever had this, and I've never had this with any other mouthwash, but it says vigorously, and so I've been going hard, I've been swishing it extremely vigorously, and when I spit it out, there's like a bunch of like gel that comes out of it. It's very strange, and I'm curious if you've ever experienced this. If you haven't, I mean, right on. I looked it up, and they said there's nothing to worry about on the internet, but I'm curious if anyone has experienced that. If you haven't, tell me about, I just want to talk about dental hygiene ahead of my oral surgery coming up. Again, it feels so dramatic. I'm just getting my wisdom teeth taken out. It's not that serious, but it's fine. Yeah. Do you floss? Do you mouthwash? I hope you brush your teeth. Brush your teeth if you haven't yet today. It's 2:30. I hope you have. And also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get rolling. Wurmkin Exile Umbra, I have said, I think Blink is one of the better starting cards for this clan. Double Barrel, Spell Shield, Diligent, Echo Infusion, Prismal Dust, Ancient Resonance. I think that discussion question, like that engagement question, is a little too specific, but I'm not worrying about it too much. I was gonna say we could play a nice little fun reap run today, but we cannot. I would love to play Rumble Morsels with Corruptor. I think it's a pretty fun line, so I'm down to clown here. I did skip Wing Technology, though. Oh, I should have taken Wing Technology, man. What an idiot. I'm a fool. I talked myself out of it mentally, because I was like, oh, well, we have Blink, but it's okay. I'll figure it out. And we don't have to play Rumble Morsels, of course. We can play something else. I'm gonna click the artifact. You can't stop me. Play your first morsel, draw a card. At the start of turn, add a common or uncommon morsel. I think I should go Encase Divinity. This is a very boring opener. I should have one morsel every turn, and that morsel should have damage shield. Now, I probably could have taken the trial. I'll be alright, but... Don't get me wrong, by the way, Winged Indulgence is very good, it's just not the fun outcome. Winged Indulgence isn't the outcome that makes me go, oh yeah, we're gonna have a great one here today. Winged Indulgence is just whatever. On the bright side, the first combat is very free. 3x. I need to ping off the 4-1, but we have a bunch of pings and we have Winged Indulgence, so like, oh no, that enemy got by me. My 1 HP. morsels do get eaten before reap procs, in case you've been wondering that lately. I know it's been on your mind, I bet. Yeah, took one, and the trial. Or no, not trial, pack shards. We took the relic. Purple Echo Infusion is almost always good. Proclamation's okay. Bogfly is interesting, but I go Echo Infusion for sure. I'm gonna go Space Prism. I refuse to play the morsel line. They're shoving it in my face, but I'm gonna go find a morsel maker. Endless damage shield 3 plus 10. Come on, morsel maker. Not the end of the world. We just play Crucible Warden for the next combat. Not so bad. Here's 3 damage shield, buddy. You go nuts. We could have such a fun run here. I'm gonna go intrinsic. I mean, also, not necessarily. We could also have a nightmare. This could go very poorly, of course, but I have to think about the high roll we could have had, not the bad stuff. This trial should be fine because it's a clergy combat. This time I'm going to lean into my double ping opening here. Oh, this is Order Well. You're right, I could have dodged this Ember Drain. You're right, you're right. This is 2 of his damage shield there. Also, misplay there. I should put the fracture on the clergy. It should be fine, though. And I would be surprised if it weren't. Really? I was actually pretty sure that the infused Echo Infusion would generate an Echo there. I would have said it's going to generate an Echo. I almost did, but I did not. Huh. I'm surprised it works like that, actually. That seems strange. Oh well. It's like... Huh. I guess it adds the Echo. Oh yeah, you know what? The purple ones have to add the Echo. Karuska wouldn't work like that. If they don't add the Echo first, then this card would not be playable. I see. I see how it works. Okay. I'm gonna take another Echo Infusion if they're gonna keep showing me purples. This is the same clan pack, but instead of packed morsels being purple, it's making of a morsel. I want to pick this card? No, I want Space Prism. Okay. I would like to pick a more useful unit. However, I could also look at 2 relics. No, I should look for a unit. Wow, that's not good. Yeah, no, I don't think I want to play Glug Cider here. Shocking, I know, but at the same time, if this Space Prism was purple, I would think about it. That's what I'll tell you here. I think I want to take Kinhost Carapace. Well, I don't want to take Kinhost Carapace. I think I need to take Kinhost Carapace, and then I'll go Chain of Gems. Oh man, if I had opened Cheater's Hand there, I could have actually thought about picking Glug Cider a little more. Oh my god. Monster Train. Monster Train. Oh my god. Well, that's really sad. Well, I could have had Tiny Stone, Cheater's Hand, Glug Cider. If I had just been in a slightly different mood, we would be playing an extremely different looking run. But that was not. I actually think that everything I could duplicate here is bad. I don't really want to spend another card slot on an Echo Infusion. Maybe I do. You know what? Sure. Card's good. Man. Well, I'll definitely make sure I give you the seed for this run so you can go back and play this one for yourself, because it's right there. Could have still taken Cheater's Hand for the better Kinhost Carapace play, but I don't expect to play this unit for long. Put it like that. I expect to play this unit for as long as it takes to get out of this combat. And not for much longer than that. Who knows? Maybe I'll be... Maybe this is finally the Kinhost Carapace run. Did you look at the title? You probably already know if this is the Kinhost Carapace run or not. What the fuck is that, Plank? I guess I should space mid-floor. I might actually just die, by the way. This unit might not be good enough. My Prismal Dusts are pretty wasted, so I'm not gonna bother. If I play 2 Train Stewards down here, I kill 2 Clergymen, which is good. Drops out 2 of the 4/1s. Blink. I'm fighting for this Kinhost Carapace, man. The Blink has left me with a little bit to be desired. Just a touch. I think the Blink could have been a little better in this combat. Never mind, I have no more complaints. Blink, you did a great job. Blink, you came out here, you played a good game. You gave it your all, and goddammit, I respect that. You gave it a good college try, Blink, and I have to credit you for giving it your all out here. No, I don't. Fuck you, Blink. Get me out of here. What a chaotic early game. Eternal Kinstone looks good. Furnace Tap also looks good. I'll go Kinstone though. Trample also looks good. Bog Chrysalis seems like the boring answer to this run. I agree. Especially with something like Encased Divinity. And then we can go like, I don't know, draw probably? Maybe space. Maybe energy? No, I'm gonna go draw. Just I took a moment there to think about the remainder of this run. It's a little funky, but we'll see. Endless Egg, I think, is not what I want. I don't think I want Endless Egg. Maybe I do. I'm not 100%. No weight on the second removal. Eruptor 2, definitely. Oh, I guess I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of clicking through like I'm not gonna have to do the math on this. Let's just count, shall we? We have 6 space on our floor, which is room for 3 on Chef, and then I can play fly. I can play egg, hatches 2 flies, egg, hatches 2 flies. So, yeah, no, I do think I could play endless. The problem then would be, of course, the flies would slowly die. And what we would be saying to ourselves is, I have 5 Echo Infusions, and I will power through. And I think that that's not the worst thing to say with a card like Ancient Resonance. And we have Crucible Warden for the infusion. Okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm willing. Endless Egg, you could play Kinhost Carapace also, which would give you like a non-zero amount of scaling. But I think it's better just to go for the 5 damage shield. I think so. 10-10 and 5 damage shield I think is better than 10-10 every time. We can also Spell Chain if we are so inclined. Give me Endless, and then if we roll into Multi-Strike, it's lit. It's not lit. It is unlit. It is dark. I'm gonna cut the Kinhost Carapace. Now, if I want to go to 80, I think that's just terrifying and I don't like it. 65 is already a lot of pack shards to have in a run that has questionable survivability. I guess I mean, we have 5 Echo Infusions, 2 Prismal Dusts, and a defensive infusion, so I don't know if I would say our survivability is questionable. Actually, that's a little disingenuous, I guess. Now, 3 for Chef. Egg becomes 2 flies. Second egg becomes 2 flies. You're overflowed by 1. So, I'm gonna do it. This is greedy, but I have talked myself into it. Because now we could play 3 eggs and get all 7 flies on the top floor. Potentially. And we do have to play top floor, I feel, because of Encased Divinity, otherwise I fear I will be crunched. And sometimes I'm going to be in this position and I'm going to say no as well. Oh yeah, don't forget the morsels get a lot. And the faster I draw... Fine? It's fine. Morsel goes in front. The faster that I draw the... oh god, what's the card? Oh, this doesn't kill, by the way. The Eternal Kinstone, right? The faster I get to that card, the better off we are on this run, I would say. I'm gonna put one in front. Remember back in the day when Cranberry and I did co-op and we played the Idiot Sandwich run? This is very reminiscent of the old Idiot Sandwich. That's a definite classic if you haven't seen it. Strongly recommend you go watch that one. The video was pretty good. That run was also pretty good. It looks something like this, actually. Come to think of it. This may be the run 1-for-1. I do like it when monstertrain, when I say something like the faster I draw X card, the better off we are, followed by that card being the literal bottom card in my deck. I think it's a nice little reminder that monstertrain is goofy, silly, funny, haha. Monstertrain, it has a sense of humor. Yeah, the interesting other thing about this run is that we do just get to steamroll once we hit our terminal velocity here. Once you get to this point, there's not a whole lot that beats you down, except for the Divinity, because the Divinity will win through attrition. What's going to end up happening is the flies in the back are going to die, and you will also die. Broken Memories is great. I'm leaning into one very specific relic in taking this. I also see myself taking Feast as a free purple card. It is a net positive, I think, somehow. I may be wrong, but I think it's good. Steel shop here. I really want to bank money and go to the trinket shop, which kind of leans me towards the left path here. Caverns could show me... I mean, melee weakness on strike would be crazy, but I think it's better to go for the average play, which is to cut out 2 more train stewards. Get to the important card faster, and also get a second of the important card, Eternal Kinstone. Maybe I should have thought about grabbing the spell chain in here, but... Nah, I don't think so. I'm like, I want to go to an even 100 here, because this is going to be a run that is a little bit hanging on the edge of the Divinity. So even +1 attack could make the difference in the long term, and in the short term, actually. Chef should get the damage shield, by the way. I messed that up last time. Egg does not take Reap, I believe. It takes 0. Did it lose the damage shield? Oh, because there's a... Wait. Right, because there's an Eternal Kinstone. I'm wrong. Egg does lose damage shield there. How about that? I didn't think about that, did I? I should maybe have played Plink there, but... I'm doubtful of Plink. I did take a trial, which puts me in a little bit of a precarious position here, but... I don't need a Space Prism back, which is weird. Now that I look at it, but... Yeah, nice little Idiot Sandwich game plan. An OG run. A young classic. By the way, the relic I alluded to that I really want for this run is Bog Slime. I don't think I actually converted on that thought all the way for you. I want Bog Slime. I will say it more firmly now. Me, Bog Slime. I would also love to see a multi-strike, but you know, that's a different situation. 7 unit limit, what a shame. I always feel like monstertrain feels a little limited because you don't get to do any more than this. Like, this is wacky, I feel. And this is... I wish you got rewarded for going up this high. And just making your floor a lot of units like this. It's 11 rounds right there. I wish there was more reward for this, but I guess this is reward in itself, is 7 times 85. Oh my god, there's fossilized fangs too. Oh wait, no, I didn't miss a crazy gorge idea. I missed a crazy glug cider idea. Sorry, I forgot. I put that out of my mind. Crucible extension is meaningless. Again, I just feel like all of the cool, wacky ideas that have to get cut for visual clarity just hurt Umbra. Multi-strike. Excellent. What a good looking run. Now I can get melee weakness on strike. Yeah, you can have my health. I'm almost full. What the hell? What the hell? Base charge is really good, but why did I just take 30? That seems very statistically unlikely. However, base charge is very good. I would say excellent, maybe even exceptional? I remember seeing a thing, I don't remember what I saw, but it was like a language coaching sort of idea, basically. The theory and the idea of this whole video that I saw a while back was that you should try to remove very from your vocabulary and use more interesting words. Like instead of very good, you should say excellent or exceptional. Instead of very bad, maybe abysmal or awful. I think about that whenever I say very or I hear someone say very. I don't stick to it 100% because it's hard, honestly, but just a thought for you while we're in our cruising segment of the run. I'm gonna take energy here, I'm pretty sure. Energy seems like the idea moving forward here. Makes the remainder of the run a little simpler. Almost certainly. Can't believe what I missed out on in this run though. You triple armored this spell? For what? I gotta be honest with you though, I don't feel that bad about missing some wacky glug cider run, because when you get right down to it, fuck glug cider. To put it in no uncertain terms, fuck that unit. I hate him. Because you want him to be good, you want him to be cool and fun and big and glug, but he's just not. It's just disappointing. As long as I'm playing purples, I don't even have to calculate there because I'm gaining so much damage every time I play a purple in that position. Now, I can't really put the Bog Chrysalis on a holding pattern like I would like to. Oh, the boss takes 1,000 here. The egg is too survivable, unfortunately. This is where Cheater's Hand would really come into play. Because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to need to tap in, tap out my egg. And I can't really do that presently. Can't put one and store it off to the side for later. It's okay. I guess I can just survive. Prismal Dust, Echo, Infusions. It's all looking pretty good when you get right down to it. Pardon me, I didn't press anything. I didn't actually visually confirm the red X. I just kind of assumed Bell died there, and I appear to be correct. Accelerated Incubation is good. Not crazy, just fine. What am I taking energy for? I'm taking it for Space Prism, basically. I think I'm gonna go draw. You can't stop me. I have a feeling, because I'm gonna go to this trinket shop with 590 gold. 50% more max HP. That's pretty good. Make the chef a real beef boy. It's helpful to take him up by 50 HP. Sometimes it matters. Do you want to lose the run? We could take Commemorative Spike here. Increase echo capacity for each floor by 1 is okay. It's basically plus 20 across all your flies. I think the thing that's interesting is that it doesn't really help because I shouldn't need it. Yeah. Hell's Manners is good. That's an energy relic. Ah, wow, it actually is melee weakness on strike. Cool. That's neat. I think Sapstone is also not without its merit because you would apply each egg that hatches puts 9 sap on the Divinity. It's basically just what are you worried about there. Not even what are you worried about there, it's just what do you want. If you take melee weakness, you probably bulldoze the Divinity, and if you take... I can just intrinsic this. That's good. Intrinsic accelerated incubation is also interesting because it leads to a very certain card, a very specific, sorry, relic, I should say. A very specific relic just became high quality, and that is, drumroll please, Winged Steel. I think. It's like, not really, but there's a little more to it than that. It's a little disingenuous to just say, give me Winged Steel here. If I also could play, I'd have to play 2 of these, basically. But I could draw the egg again if I had a second one of that card. This is as fine, as is, this is fine, there you go. But, Winged Steel and I duplicate, I'm not gonna play into it, of course. Accelerated incubation, and that'll give me a free hatch on the next one. Sorry, collector. Also, I don't really care. I guess I should grab the collector there, but you know. It is what it is. This run has like the end of run syndrome here, where the turnover rate for generating enough echoes to hatch our egg has just plummeted. It used to be an actual challenge and something worth being concerned about, and now it is. On turn 3 I have a full, or I guess this is turn 4, right? On turn 4 I have a full floor without having drawn either Kinstone. And also the full floor is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 210 with melee weakness. Without doing an infinite, this is one of the higher damage numbers I've seen, I feel. Need to worry about it, but in the future I have to think about what I want to do with the dwindling egg numbers. If one of them is going to die here, that is a given. I'm not too worried about it. I was playing Echoes like I was gaining something for playing Echoes there. I was, of course, not. I also might just draw it back, but I guess I won't actually get anything for drawing it back, the egg. There's no way this is a problem. Yeah, this is like, they hit me once and then they all explode, of course. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm even considering being concerned about there. Return Soul is pretty solid. Because what it does is if we draw it second, we can go... Also, interestingly, Cave In is kind of good there. Because you could just drop all the eggs down and all the flies down and then restart the process on top floor. Anyway. I don't know. I'm not going to sweat it too much here. I prophesized the Winged Steel, but I'm not going to actually look for it. This one stack of Reap, not too good. Inscription Notice, also not too interesting. I came over here for the removals primarily. I'm going to cut out... I probably should have gone to a magic shop this run, but instead I'm going to remove Blink. Yeah, no magic shop today, I'm just going to remove all my Blinks ahead of the Divinity, or ahead of Seraph the Diligent. Nothing else I can buy here. Anything I can buy here that I would care about? No, these are all bad. Okay, let's go. My feeling is that I don't... and often I am in this position in these runs. I don't feel like there is anything meaningful left to do in this run. I don't feel like these are decisions that actually are going to make a difference, which is why I'm just kind of doing whatever here. I'm pretty confident we are just going to complete this run. But you never know, maybe I'll be wrong. I'm gonna pop the 4 damage shield here. The problem is, the problem for the enemies is, even if they slow me down here, which they will slow me down a little bit, it doesn't really matter, because you can't slow me down enough. Also, what the hell is this, man? It's like a... Do you hear all the noise? Some kid going up and down the road on a freaking scooter or whatever this is. I'm closing my window. I hate it here. I feel so old when I say shit like this. Like, oh, look at this kid driving around on a scooter having fun in the summer. I'm so mad. I hate this. Get over yourself. What am I, 80? Gonna go have my nightly prune juice after saying that. Ugh. Anyway. You got any spare prune juice for me, by the way? It's good for the... I don't know. What is prune juice good for? I've never had it. Shocking, I'm sure. I'm gonna go... Fracture first. Keep the kinstone. Would have been good to play the self-mutilations, but also... I think that keeping the Eternal Kinstone is probably worthwhile. That egg tanked so much. Ooh, buddy. That was pretty nice. Yeah, and it lives to hatch? That's great. I don't actually get anything from rehatching, sadly. I'm gonna pull back Prismal Dust. I will have enough. I'll have extra energy on the next turn because it's Hell's Banners off of a hatch. So I'll have 6. Burn this one. Excuse me, thank you. I'm going to eat this card now. And should be fine. It's also, the other thing that's funny about that situation that just occurred is there's a reasonable chance that you just did not hear the sound in the background, in which case it's even more ridiculous because I'm just yelling at what is nothing. I am yelling at absolutely nothing there, which is, you know, funnier. I've told this one many times, but definitely the most shocked I've ever been during a recording was when I was playing Ratropolis in the summer. I think it would be like summer 2020, so about 2 years ago now, and my neighbor just went outside while I was recording. Obviously, he doesn't like know I'm recording. The world doesn't revolve around me or anything like that. But my man, while I'm recording, dude just goes outside and starts chainsawing a fucking tree. I just looked out there and I went, "What the fuck is that noise?" There's another one that I don't, especially back then, because I had a really quiet mic, and I did not have a setup like this. It just sat on my desk. But I don't think anyone heard that, but I looked out there and I was like, what the fuck is that? That has to be, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing to me? So I was thinking, right? And I was thinking, it might be worth it in this fight to, because we have this, like, pass here from the enemies. It might be worth it, especially with this, to just pass my first Bog Chrysalis. I hatch very quickly. I'm gonna do this. Hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And this might be me trying to be too big brain about it, but the idea here is that I get an extra turn to draw Echo Infusions to get the base health of this Bog Chrysalis up before I settle in on top floor. That's the theory. Also, should have played Chef first, definitely. Should have 2 more damage shields, but that's okay. It also, like, takes out some, it softens this wave up a little bit, it takes some out. It seems okay. I didn't actually get anything out of it, sadly, but I like the idea. Actually, I end up hurting myself a little bit because I miss a Kinstone off of that, but interesting. And the fly dies just in time to feed the harvests. Excellent. When these guys die back here, it should be okay. It's not an if. I didn't give them any sort of long-term survival and they're gonna destroy themselves on these spikes unless I can find a way to keep them alive. But I fed a bunch of armor here, so doesn't look good for the hometown heroes here. Do I have another Space Prism in here? Hang on. Something looks wrong about this. No, nothing's wrong about this. Never mind. I'm fine. This is okay. I'm gonna take the Hail Mary here. which is Blink. Oh my god, Blink, you did it. Taking off the spell shield there opens me up to drawing Ancient Resonance on this turn. No guarantee, of course, but it opens up the door. That's helpful because taking off those spikes would be very nice. No Plink heroics. Sad. Oh, order, by the way. Just cost myself an echo. I don't think it matters. I think that when you see every time you play a card the Divinity take an extra 100 damage, you can be pretty confident. I didn't even lose that much damage still, but it's one of those situations where I am talking out and playing towards a loss that doesn't really exist here. At the end of the day. But you gotta prepare yourself for the worst, I suppose. Those 25 health flies, if I wasn't killing the Divinity on the next turn, those guys would put up a real death. They'd die right as Relentless started, and that can get you. That can actually get you if your deck is slower, and if I was not doing that much damage. It can get you, but I suppose it did not. And I suppose it was all good today. Take your time. It just crossed 9:15, and I didn't notice until I realized that my screen turned orange. And I went, something looks wrong here. You don't see that, though, because that's a monitor thing. 9:17, look at that. It does it gradually, too, so I didn't notice it until I looked away and looked back and went, wait a minute. Anyway, play this one for yourself and tell me how that Glug Cider line ends up. Let me know. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.